Hello, I'm the Dynamic Dipper from Morecambe. Today we're going to discuss about preparing your wheelie bin for cold water dipping. It doesn't have to be freezing cold, but we'll go on to that in a bit. If you like my videos, please can you click on the button below and subscribe. That would be great, thank you. So first up, we've just got a couple of things to cover before I start on the wheelie bin info. So the last video that I did was a competition for somebody to win a Dynamic Dipper hat. Okay, this is my Dynamic Dipper hat, but I have new ones at home. Thinsulate, fully lined, really warm, lovely blue colour Dynamic Dipper. Okay, so we had a competition for people to comment about how they get motivated for their cold water dips, and Rob's Adventures won that hat, and so I'll be sending that out to him. So check out Rob's Adventures on YouTube. He does loads of different things, mountain climbing. He's just started his cold water dipping journey, so he's just worth a look if you search Rob's Adventures, and I'll put the link in the description of the video. And the second thing was, check out the merch. I can't get a behind shot. I'll try in a bit when I've taken it off. It's not really merch, it's not for buying. My sister bought it me for my birthday, one of these in black and white, and I was just very excited to show them off. So I think it looks quite cool. So thank you to my sister, thank you to Ruth for that, very much appreciated. I was very pleased. So we're going to move on to preparing your wheelie bin for dipping. And so what are the benefits? I've just written down some things here. So at the moment, with rising fuel costs, it's very expensive to fill up the car at the moment. You might not be able to go to your normal dipping places or even on adventures. So I usually go up to Cumbria and find some new places to swim, but at the moment that's proving quite expensive. So we're going to be looking at dipping in the bin, and that's just a cheaper alternative to get your cold water fix. So why, people said to me, and my daughter particularly said, why would you not just go into the cold shower or run a really cold bath? And the reasons that I don't want to do that are to do with the fact that if you're dipping in your bin outside, you're in the fresh air, there's bird song, which is totally beautiful, you're in the sunshine, you're getting your vitamin D, and you're in a green space, hopefully, if you're in your garden. And people that don't have a green space, I appreciate that's quite difficult. Maybe you could ask if you could borrow your friend's garden in their wheelie bin, just while you're acclimatised to the cold water before you want to go out and venture out to your nearest swim spot. I think that it's important that the transition from the wheelie bin in and out mimics the same feeling of the exiting of the water, fresh air on your skin, etc. You wouldn't get those things that I've just listed if you did a cold shower, or indeed if you did a cold bath. So they're the reasons why I'm wanting to do the dipping in the wheelie. Okay, you also have a warm house to retreat to as well, hopefully, which makes it a little bit more comfortable. So those are the reasons why you would you would dip. The other reason is also you can control your acclimatisation throughout the winter and summer months. So if you're preparing to go into cold water, you could start with your dipping at a certain temperature. If you have a thermometer, you can adjust it, and so you can gradually decrease it to get used to the cold water, and to make you brave enough maybe to try in the rivers or in the sea. So what did I do to prep my wheelie bin? So I gave it a thorough wash out, and I used an eco-friendly homemade mix to do that. But then I spoilt all that because I wanted it to be absolutely totally clean and no debris and no bacteria, and so I just used a spray of Chemgene all around and scoured it with a wire wool and power sprayed that out, just to make sure that there's absolutely no bacteria in the wheelie bin. Okay, so the prepping of the bin took a little bit more thought than I anticipated. So the bin is here because obviously it's in the sunlight, in the sunshine. I can look up the garden. Also, you notice that the wheels are here, and that makes a difference that it's this way around, because not for movability really, but because if you can see in there's my stool here, and that little ledge is where I'm going to put my feet, so I'm going to sit that way round. Just gives me a little bit more room in terms of my knees and my feet, so that's the reason that it's this way round. The other thing is that my stool is here. It's a fold out stool so that it's compact and I can take it out when I've finished and fold it up and maybe bungee it to the inside of the lid. But one of the problems was when I put that in is obviously that it floats, and so I've had to put that little weight on there until I actually get in. I just want to make the transition of in and out as safe as possible, so that's the reason that the bin is prepped this way. I've got a little bit of a foam mat to stand on, which is a little bit warmer when I get out, and obviously my towel. So I'm just going to take the temperature of the water. So I put a pan of ice in the deep freeze 2 days ago, and I'm just going to pop it in there and see what difference it makes. Okay, that should make a significant difference. Please be advised that this isn't for people that haven't done acclimatisation to cold water swimming yet. So if you're new to cold water swimming, this isn't advised. That might be too much ice. We'll just see how it is in a bit. Okay, a little update. The ice is melted. I had to bash it for it to melt a little bit quicker, and also I've had to empty some of the water out because size 14, a little bit chunky. I didn't anticipate that all the water would flow out everywhere, so I've emptied out some of the water, and I'm now going to demonstrate in and out safely, and we'll go from there. Okay, this may not be graceful. I've got a cup of tea there. Okay, I can fit my feet down where I said because of the wheels, the way it's positioned. Tiny bit of a cramp. Ooh. Bit of a splash. Bit of a splash all over. Got a cup of tea. And just chill for a bit. If you want to be a little bit deeper, you could sort of manoeuvre yourself so you could take the stool out while you're in, but then you've got to put the stool back in again for you to get out, so that's probably too much faff. Okay. I'm going to wet the face in terms of the vagus nerve and the vagus nerve stimulation and how that puts you in your rest and digest state. Okay, so going to do that a few times. Oh, that's really quite nice. I can hear the bird song in the sunshine. I'll stay in for a little bit longer and I'll fast forward that bit. Okay, on the step, onto the chair, safely down, and there we go. So, you don't have to be in for a very long time for the vagus nerve thing that I spoke about. There's more chance of that vagus nerve being stimulated if you wet the back of your neck, or you have your face in immersed, or if you splash your face with cold water, but that doesn't need to happen for very long. Okay, so that's my cold water fix. The other thing, dead quickly, that I wanted to mention is, in terms of keeping your wheelie bin clean, there isn't very much water in there. That's a 240 litre bin. It's a bigger wheelie bin. You can get smaller ones, and you would only have to, if you wanted to keep it totally fresh, you would only have to use a tiny sliver of chlorine tablet in the water there for you to not have to change it as often. Although I'm a little bit adverse to putting chlorine in anything really, but that's just something for you to remember. Okay, just quickly mention something else. Okay, these are the warmest, comfiest socks I've ever worn in my entire life. And I know that I talk about socks quite a lot. My older videos used to talk about socks, about how nice they felt and about how warm they are. But these have beaten all the ones that I have ever tried. And so, yeah, the merino wool, they feel absolutely, well, just gorgeous, heavenly. And they are silverpoint 310 soft top hiking and travel socks, silverpoint. A dynamic blend of merino wool and synthetic fibres, providing performance, softness and warmth all at the same time. They are absolutely amazing. Going to get myself like 5 pairs. They're so lovely, and so lovely to wear after swimming. Beautiful. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you've learnt a lot from the bin tutorial. If you like my videos, please click on the button below, and it's over and out from the Dynamic Dipper from Morecambe Bay. Bye.